Good morning, my loves. How are you? I am just going to make sure that I'm streaming on live here. I'm also going to go live on Instagram. Say hello, tell me where you're from. I'm excited to be doing this. I was actually sitting in my records today and this morning, and all of a sudden, Spirit was like, you need to go and do a collective card pull. So I was like, all right. So I was sitting on my bed, and that's the that's the background of the cards that you saw. So type in your card 1, 2, or 3 that you are feeling called to learn more about. And if you're new to me, I'm Rosalind. I'm an Akashic business coach, and I specialize in helping you get more bold and unapologetic in your life, in your business, by becoming more visible, magnetic, and attracting your full body, yes, clients. And really, you do that by putting yourself out there. You do that by speaking. I really love to help my clients show up, speak with confidence, and of course, sell with confidence. So that's a little bit about me. And today I'm going to be opening up the Akashic records, which are the records of your soul. I'm going to do it, of course, for the collective as I'm here on with my IG, my Facebook family. And I will be also, so I'm channeling messages from guides, masters, teachers, and loved ones. When people see me for personalized Akashic Soul sessions, I call myself a channeler because it's not just a reading. What happens is I'm able to see what's in store of your future, aligned with your soul purpose and your path. If you are in business and you're like, okay, I want to know which direction to go, I'm thinking about this program, I can actually see that, and then I will actually share with you what components, what's part of that. I can feel into who your niche should be and who you're meant to serve. It's pretty incredible. And then if you're going in 2 or 3 different directions, it's more about how I feel and how, like, based on what I'm getting guidance on. So I see through my third eye. I really am kinesthetic, so they move me a lot, and then I feel what's happening in the records. So I get like really strong pulls towards something. This is yes, this is no, this is future, this is past life. If you ask about blocks, I often can tell you where those blocks are from. They'll show me your past lives that need clearing. It'll be very obvious, but it's always consent based. And I bring in my shamanic practitioner self, and that's where we cut cords, where I'm light languaging, which is language that only your soul can understand. And the light language clears and heals. I'm also multidimensional healer, so sometimes my Reiki energy comes in as well. And light language also activates and amplifies what's for the highest good and truth. And so sometimes blocks are actually related to your inner child from this lifetime, and there's beliefs that are being stuck and keeping you held back. And so that's when my somatic healer self, so I'm trauma certified from my psychologist days. I used to be a former psychologist. For those of you who didn't know, I was the first psychologist in my province to create an online program, which is a lot of red tape, in 2015. And that's when more doors opened, and I actually did not know I was super, intuitive yet. I was just following my heart and that feeling of like, there's something more here. And you guys can probably tell I'm a trailblazer, I'm a badass, and I'm like, we're going to make something. We're going to keep following this, right? That doesn't mean I didn't feel the fear. Fuck, I felt the fear, and I did it anyway, right? And so, of course, that knowledge, even though I've resigned a long time ago as a psychologist, that knowledge is always within here. So sometimes we're doing, and as a business coach, all of this comes in, by the way, right? Because the success of your business goes as far as your psychology. And so we're shifting subconscious beliefs in there to help you move into a really different state. Now, as I'm opening up the Akashic records today, I'm using the guidance of cards. And so I'm going to be channeling messages. So, of course, the same message is not going to be for everybody. So there are often several messages that come through in the cards. Okay, so take what resonates. leave what doesn't. And then Healy, I'll just quickly share. I'm sure if you guys have been following me for a while, you've seen me love on Healy. It is a frequency device, and I have the professional model. It allows you to like scan people's resonance, send them out. I've set the Healy on. I've asked guidance for what program to run for you guys as a collective, and it was a gold cycle. So this is one of my favorite programs. It purifies your aura. It's all about beingness, and it's about care. There was energy work in there. I'm like, this is perfect. Awesome. Let's do it. Okay, so that's running for you all. And if you are interested to learn more about Healy and how this can support you in being more aligned with your highest self, your bioenergetic field, it's like if you're a guitar and when you're playing the guitar and then the strings are sort of out of tune, it's tuning it all back in energetic coherence so that you are mind, body, spirit, financially, relationships, all the things, in deeper alignment and closer. So it helps you quantum leap. It's a multi-dimensional tool. If you're in Canada, it's actually Health Canada approved to be a medical device like the TENS machine. In fact, that's why I got it, because I didn't actually know it was Health Canada approved. I just got it because I was having chronic back pain from channeling so much, and all my amazing self-care tools were not enough. And so Healy is kind of like plant medicine. It calls you in. All right, so enough about that. If you're interested about Healy, you can DM me Healy. If you're interested to have your own personalized Akashic Soul session, they are very powerful. You can DM me Akashic and I can send you the link for that to book in. So my gift today is to share with you all a beautiful channeled collective reading. So let's just take a breath in and out. And feel free to keep your eyes closed, and you may feel some energy shifting. God, divine source, and light energy, thank you for allowing us to experience the pure love of the Akash that's found here. Please bless us all for the highest good and truth. Please help us receive what is required for the most divine path and to support others in their most divine path. Please help the beautiful community members of Rosalind Fung, live and on the replay, who are open and willing to experience the pure love found here. We're now in the records. As we're entering the records, I'm really noticing there's this beautiful energy of swiveling, almost like I'm moving very slowly, and it's conjuring energy. It's like this beautiful conjuring vortex energy. I'm seeing all these like beautiful, it's kind of like my background, but it's more purple, like purple galaxy and the stars. And this is a reminder that we are all one, that we're all connected with each other, that for those of you who are experiencing pain and difficulty in whatever way that is, through relationships, through maybe even physical pain, I'm really hearing relationships right now, struggle, being misunderstood, that remembering that each person plays a role and that we have the ability to explore within ourselves what our role is for that person. And sometimes it can be really messy. They're saying, like, be here, up here, in the 5D and above realm. Like, stay grounded, of course, in the 3D world. But like, as you just take this pause, this time out to be here, sitting in the records, listening, observing your own life, observing all the players in your own life from out up here, bird's eye view. Taking that pause is really helpful. And so some of you might be feeling the energy of being in the records with Asriya right now. Let yourself be soothed by this, knowing that this too will pass, but don't just let it pass. Take the opportunity, reflect on what's happening. The only thing we have control over is how we show up. And sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes others or things outside of our control, the circumstances, really, really feel extra challenging. And so this is about us digging deeper so that we can really remember who we really are, remember why we came here. And sometimes it's not so obvious why there's certain things happening for us, not to us. But in time, the lessons will reveal itself. And sometimes that path is messy, and that's okay. A reminder that support is always here. It's not that we lack resources, but sometimes people lack resourcefulness. So it's resourcefulness, remembering that you have resources around you and within you. And one of them is your breath. The other one is your imagination, which allows you to be moving into here, getting unstuck and moving into the realms of what's possible, even if it doesn't seem possible from an ego perspective. And it starts with your breath. It starts with, of course, it starts with observation, starts with understanding what else is there. Why is this happening for us and through us? All right, so let's get into the cards. This, my loves, was card number one. It was the one on the far left. Ooh. So as we're looking at this card, by the way, this is from my favorite deck, the Light Seers Tarot. So good. The art is incredible, and the energy of these cards are amazing. This is the Six of Pentacles. Pentacles are about wealth and health. So you also see the circulation, number 8, infinity sign behind. There's an energy of giving and receiving. So notice what comes up for you right now if you chose card number 1. And even if you didn't, the messages that are coming through may even be for you. As you chose card number 1, the health is vitality, is about being in your truth and living your authentic truth. Are you living the life you truly want? Are you living it for someone else? Are you living and doing things because it's safe, as in financial security, but it's soul sucking? Are you staying in a relationship too long? And so these are reminders that the most important thing is to live your authentic truth. Live your authentic truth. For some of you as well, this is about, a lot of you in my community are givers. You're such beautiful givers. But what happens sometimes is we feel guilty for receiving. And so this is really about also allowing yourself to receive support, to receive gifts of love, to receive all the good things coming to you, money included. Sometimes we feel guilty. Maybe we are in the acts of receiving, but we don't fully feel like we're deserving of it. And so this is a beautiful reminder that this, for you, is about allowing yourself to receive, to take in just as much as you give. Breathe that in. and that everything always circulates, right? It always circulates. But you must allow yourself to receive. Some of you, this is a money card. I feel that there's blocks. Some of you are blocking yourself from allowing yourself to move into this next level of wealth frequencies because you're scared and you're stuck in lack mindset and scarcity. And that's not your fault because of the beliefs or even the people that you're hanging out with, the conversations you're having. This is about moving into a direction of being surrounded by people who are having more expansive conversations around wealth, around having multiple streams of income. I am feeling that some of you are wondering if you should do that thing, if you should invest in that thing, if you should take that leap of faith. And let yourself, the message that's coming through is let yourself feel it in your body. Does this feel like, if you drop out of your head and you feel it into your body, does this feel like a full body yes? Or are you only doing it because you're desperate? Don't do things from a place of desperate. Do things from a place of, is this going to expand me? Do I want to do this? Because money is just a byproduct, right? We can jump into all these different things, but if it's just like the next trend or the next whatever, and you're just doing it just because, other friends are doing it and they've had success, but you're not really feeling it, don't do it. Don't do it. But if it's something that you're like, oh my gosh, like it keeps coming back, it keeps coming up, it's a reminder, then go for it. Okay. So of course, this is a collective card pull. So if you're needing more support, check in with Rosalind and she can support you with that, with your own Akashic Soul session. All right, the next one is justice. And I was actually upside down. So for some of you, you're feeling like there's injustice in your life. That it feels like you're being misunderstood. Feels like there's some mirrors happening for you right now. They're asking me to actually pull up and read this one because it's feels really important. So in the light, it's natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effects, integrity, objectivity, perspective, accountability. In shadow, it's about consequences, retribution, karma, injustice, and inequality, dishonesty, imbalance, and need to take responsibility for your past actions. So where are you not taking radical responsibility? Justice asks you to learn from your past experiences, the good, the bad, the fugly. Take it all and grow from it. This energy is not about perfection, but about fairness and honesty. It highlights clarity of motivation and intention. It asks you to be realistic about the cause and effects of your thoughts and actions. Seek to balance your growth with both positivity and shadow and learn from the many different parts of you. In your current situation, be impartial as you reframe your reality and work to remove any negative emotional charge from the equation. If fear is causing you to act in a way that you aren't proud of, seek a variety of perspectives before judging another person's actions to be good or bad, which good or bad are judgments. The only true path ahead of you is not one that is necessarily black or white, but is always, always one of love. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. Wow. So drop a heart and put number 2 if that one resonated with you. And same with number 1, drop a heart and number 1 if that resonated with you about the health and wealth. Okay, the third one is 7 of Cups. So if you look at this, there is like an abundance moving through. Cups is really all about emotions. And if you chose the Cups, this is really about, do you see how the man looks really like he's just, right? So this is really about, and he looks a little cautious. He's not sure. There's also a snake coming through the cups, out of the cups, right? So there's transformation coming Um, and this is like, this man looks really cautious. He appears very like uncertain. So for some of you, if you're resonating with how this man is feeling, the message is, again, feel into your body and go for it. Right? Sometimes we get really stuck in overthinking, and when we like stay stuck in there for too long and we don't even take action, so we're procrastinating. So for some of you, that might be like wondering if this is a next step to take in your business. For some of you, maybe it's a relationship. um, there's a big decision to be made for you. For I'm really feeling that, and you're being cautious. So my the words are coming through is be aware, be conscious, and again, check in with your body, because and your gut, because it never lies. So even placing in shamanism, we place our hands on our womb space, and that's a place of like birth the birth our birthplace, right? Not just for ourselves as human beings, but also of our own projects, our ideas, our dreams. So ask yourself, as you vision about moving, asking yourself if you should. You know, this is kind of like, you'll notice how your body feels. It feels like, ooh, or does it feel like yes, right? And even if fear comes up, because that's just ego stuff, like your ego might be like, yeah, but what if, right? I'm hearing like, switch it to what is possible. What if this is the best thing that happens? What if you, and if you fail, there's no such thing, because there's always just feedback. Learn from it, tweak, and try again. Everything is just an experiment. Life is just one big experiment. Life is just one big experiment. And so the affirmation here is, my wildest imagination is a tool that I can use and form my future in a down to earth way. Okay, so this is about allowing yourself to imagine and go for it anyway. So that, put a 3 in a heart if that's what you also needed to hear. That one resonated with you. Yeah. And I'm just really, if you notice, my body's just swaying back and forth. So the guides want to say you are being taken care of, you're loved, and there's a real nurturing energy around your journey. Remembering that if you feel lost, again, bird's eye view, checking in. The Akashic records are so powerful, not only to help you receive answers outside of your ego, because this is, again, your book of life. So it's already written for you, but also it helps you quantum leap to where it is that you're meant to go. Okay, so I'm going to just really beautifully seal this in with a light language. And the light language, depending on where you're at, might be a clearing for you. It may be an activation. And as the gold program and the Healy is running, it's really clearing all that's in the way anyway. And Healy also is a multidimensional tool, so it clears things in this lifetime, past lives, and parallel universes and across timelines. It's so potent and powerful. It really does help you manifest. If you guys haven't checked out any of my other lives and videos and shares about Healy, definitely binge on my newsfeed. I have a lot of lives. I've done other Akashics with Healy as well. And the potency of what comes through often is so, even my ego is like, mind blown. But those of you who are really sensitive to energy, you feel things right away and you see results right away, especially if you're feeling maybe some physical ailments. Healy really helps right away. It's really incredible. All right. So here we go, just feeling into what really resonated with you in the messages today. And placing your hand on one hand on your womb space, one on your heart. And bring in some beautiful light language to complete this channeling. Breathing in And just beautiful, breathing out. Sarakura si energia, rakura si energia, asurukura si energia, si energia. Mora si energia, si energia, si energia, que asumar asi, rakura si energia. Mora si asura si energia, surkia, surukura si energia. Nerkia, rakura si energia, ka asurku asumurkura si. Breathing in. Suspending your breath. And then, as if your breath are roots of a tree, breathing it down into your energetic foundation. And so it is. Sarakura sinerekua. Samarakura sinerekia. Beautiful. One more breath in. Beautiful breath out. Thank you for being here. Thank you, masters, teachers, and loved ones, for allowing us to experience the pure love found here. The records are now closed. Amen. Beautiful. I'd love to hear your takeaways. You can share them in the comments. You can DM me, whatever you feel called. And I can't wait to hear how this lands for you. Have a beautiful, blessed day, my loves. Mwah. And of course, feel free to share this, tag your friends that you know would love to receive this as well. Thank you.